Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm the GM Philosopher, and today we're talking about randomizing D&D villain and minion matchups. I do this sometimes, and basically this is super simple. I take the monster manual, I random roll the pages, and I come up with basically head honcho villain, sometimes like lieutenant, second in command, and then minions. And I basically use my random rolls to formulate some kind of enemy group and what their plot is and what their tactics are, what they're doing. This is a creative thing I do when I'm preparing for sessions, maybe, getting the enemies ready for a dungeon. Maybe the group is coming into a swamp village. Maybe they're going to the mountains. So we're going to see what's going on, random rolling some villain and minion matchups just to make a cool encounter idea. And you can do this, but I'm going to challenge myself, as I often do, to actually roll up some combos I can use, and I'll explain how I would use them. And I'm going to challenge you. Maybe you want to use one of these combos. Maybe you want to roll up some of your own, challenge yourself. A lot of times I find that it can be easy to get pigeonholed into certain types of like creatures and minions. For example, if I'm not careful, I'll always run like humanoid, either an elf or a human or an orc, kind of like big bad kind of person. And then they'll have like goblin minions. I just pigeonhole that so much. And the reason is because we kind of get into comfort zones. So let's stretch those comfort zones, get out of our comfort zone by randomizing some D&D villain mini matchups. All right, here we go. Now, the first thing we need, if we're going to do this, is dice. Now, I'll show you my dice collection. This is my personal dice collection. I've got a bag of dice. Okay. Got in a Crown Royal bag. You got to love Crown Royal supplying nerds with dice bags for as long as they've been in business. And with every dice bag you purchase, you get a bottle of okay-ish whiskey. But anyway, obviously you can buy it for the dice bag. So that's where I keep my dice. Now we're going to need, the monster manual has how many pages? We've got 350 pages. So we're going to use a D6 to roll as a D3 to randomize the first number. And then we're going to need some percentiles to randomize page numbers. Okay. Boom. Grab some percentiles. All right. First thing we need is a villain, a head villain. I'm going to roll in the 300s. Roll my percentiles. 56. That's too high. We're going to re-roll. 32. Let's take a look. Page 332. So page 332 gives us a couple options. There's a lizard, a mammoth, and a mastiff. Okay, so these are like animals. You know what? Because we're going to roll big bads, and we're going to roll lieutenants, and we're going to roll minions. I'm going to choose a minion here. We're going to go with mastiffs. Okay. There are mastiff minions in this cave. So we have our minions. Now we're going to roll again. We've got in the 100s, page 108. Oh boy, page 108 gives us an adult bronze dragon or a young bronze dragon. Let's go with adult bronze dragon, obviously. That is obviously going to be our big bad. Adult bronze dragon, check. This dragon has mastiff minions, but who's going to be the lieutenant? Let's hope we get a good roll for this. Rolled again in the 100s, page 184. Or I'm sorry, my bad, page 84. So we're in the sub-hundreds. Now, going to page 84, let's see what we got. We have an adult blue Draco Lich. This is like a big bad. Okay, we're going to switch this. We're going to make the bronze dragon we rolled, that we're going to choose the young one instead, and we're going to use the adult blue Draco Lich as the big bad. Okay, so we have a young bronze dragon as a lieutenant, we have mastiff dogs as minions, and we have an adult blue Draco Lich for a big bad. What is the story here? All right, here's what the story is. This adult blue Draco Lich is an ancient evil creature bent on dominating the local area. Okay. This young bronze dragon was at one time a hatchling. Its mother tried to defend her territory from this Draco Lich. This Draco Lich took her out, took the egg, took the youngling, the new hatchling, whatever, from the nest along with all her treasure and raised it to be his own offspring. So it's like a adopted evil minion type thing. So we have this young bronze dragon who's just hungry for blood. And why are there mastiffs? Well, as it turns out, this area happens to be the area of the world where fine mastiff riding dogs were bred naturally in the wild. These dogs are very intelligent. These dogs are very obedient. These dogs make fantastic companions, and they gravitated to the adult blue Draco Lich because this Draco Lich realized their loyal, intelligent, and combative potential. They patrol the area. The adult blue Draco Lich uses some magic items and spells to enhance their intelligence. They are not only a step above the normal Mastiff in intelligence, but they also have very basic telepathic abilities to communicate with each other and to communicate with others. Boom. That's my encounter idea. Random rolling it. All right. Now, the idea behind this is not to roll not necessarily zany, crazy stuff, but the idea is to throw something different at the party, something different that the party hasn't seen before. So when I think about this encounter, I'm thinking, they're living in like a, I almost imagine like an Aztec ruin where this Draco Lich is living there. And you would think, oh, Draco Lich has zombies. You would think that. But no, Mastiff dogs. And maybe this Draco Lich isn't even necessarily a fan of undead stuff. This Draco Lich may like living things. It might be a different type of dragon. This Draco Lich may think, you know what? I choose life. However, I choose to subjugate my surroundings using my army of intelligent, telepathic Mastiff minions. And with my lieutenant at my side, my young bronze dragon lieutenant, we are unstoppable. No one's going to stop us. We have all the treasure. We control the natural resources. You know what? People in this area, they literally have to bring us offerings, gifts, or we go out and we carry off their young, bring them back. The Mastiffs literally grab the babies by the diapers, drag them through the woods, and they become servants to the Draco Lich. Or even worse, maybe they can become food for his army of Mastiff dogs. And I'm almost thinking there's like a leader Mastiff who's even more intelligent than the others, a great noble Mastiff general who's like war-torn and scarred up and wears barding and armor and maybe even has like iron jaw enhancers. So it's like, wearing like a helmet that when they bite, it's not just their teeth. They also have like almost like iron fangs. And they have like a visor that protects them from arrows and stuff. I'm just thinking, about different things. But anyway, this sounds like a pretty cool thematic thing, kind of random. It is random, and I would run it. So there you go. That's how I kind of randomize D&D villain minion matchups, sometimes rolling on the monster manual. So I hope that you found this kind of fun. I would encourage you to do it. And the point of this is really just to show you how I do this and to give you a little bit of ideas for how you might make your next encounter just a little bit different from the usual and break out of that mold. So, hey, thank you so much for coming by. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm here almost every day creating videos about the best game in the world, D&D. I will see you fine, awesome people on the next one.